Welcome to the Humus Heritage, fellow gardeners. In just a few minutes, you'll discover how a surprising waste product, often discarded without a second thought, is actually a potent, eco-friendly superfood for your plants. This isn't molasses, it's something even more unexpected and honestly incredibly effective for a healthier, more vibrant garden. The sweet secret unveiling sugar waste. So, what if I told you the secret to a thriving garden is hiding in plain sight, something that millions of tons get thrown away every single year? While many gardeners have discovered the benefits of blackstrap molasses for feeding soil microbes, there's actually an entire world of sugar industry byproducts that offer even more dramatic results for your garden's health and productivity. We're talking about the forgotten treasures from sugar processing that most people never even know exist. These aren't the refined sugars sitting in your pantry, but rather the nutrient-dense remnants left behind when sugarcane and sugar beets are processed into the white crystals we're all familiar with. These byproducts contain concentrated minerals, organic compounds, and beneficial micronutrients that plants absolutely crave, yet they're routinely discarded as industrial waste. The beauty of these sugar waste products lies not just in their effectiveness, but in their ability to transform your garden's ecosystem from the ground up. Unlike synthetic fertilizers that provide a quick nutrient hit and then leave your soil depleted, sugar waste creates a sustainable cycle of soil improvement that gets better with each application. Your plants don't just grow bigger, they develop stronger root systems, improved disease resistance, and enhanced flavor profiles that will have you wondering why you ever bothered with store-bought fertilizers. From trash to treasure, the science of sugar. You see, the sugar industry generates several distinct waste streams that are absolute goldmines for gardeners. Bagasse, the fibrous pulp left after sugarcane juice extraction, contains incredible amounts of organic carbon and trace minerals. Then there's press mud, also known as filter cake, which emerges from the juice filtration process packed with nitrogen, phosphorus, and beneficial organic compounds. Even the leafy tops of sugarcane plants, which are typically burned or left to rot in fields, contain valuable nutrients that can revolutionize your compost pile. What makes these materials so powerful is their ability to feed the invisible workforce in your soil. When sugar waste breaks down, it provides the perfect carbon source for beneficial bacteria and fungi. These microorganisms don't just consume the sugar compounds, they multiply exponentially, creating vast underground networks that transform your soil structure. As their populations explode, they begin breaking down other organic matter more efficiently, releasing nutrients that have been locked away in your soil for years. The microbial magic happens through a process called nutrient cycling. As soil bacteria feast on the carbon-rich sugar waste, they excrete organic acids and enzymes that make previously unavailable nutrients accessible to your plants. Phosphorus bound to soil particles gets released, nitrogen becomes more stable and less prone to leaching, and trace elements like iron and manganese become readily available. This process creates a buffer system in your soil that maintains optimal pH levels and provides steady nutrition throughout the growing season. What's particularly exciting is how this microbial activity improves soil structure itself. The sticky compounds produced by thriving bacteria literally glue soil particles together, creating the aggregate structure that allows for proper water infiltration while maintaining drainage. Compacted clay soils become more workable, sandy soils retain moisture better, and all soil types develop that rich, earthy smell that indicates biological health. Hands-on, let's talk about crafting your sugar fertilizer. Creating your own sugar waste fertilizer is surprisingly straightforward, but the key lies in understanding which materials to use and how to prepare them safely. The most accessible option for home gardeners is composted press mud, which you can often obtain from local sugar processing facilities. This dark, rich material looks similar to high-quality compost but contains concentrated nutrients that regular compost simply can't match. To create a basic sugar waste compost blend, combine press mud with traditional brown materials like dried leaves or shredded paper in a 2-to-1 ratio. The sugar content accelerates decomposition dramatically, so your compost pile will heat up faster and break down more completely than traditional composting methods. Turn the pile every 2 weeks and maintain moisture levels similar to a wrung-out sponge. Within 6 to 8 weeks, you'll have a dark, crumbly fertilizer that's safe to apply directly to your garden beds. For immediate results, you can create a liquid fertilizer using refined sugar waste products. Dissolve 2 tablespoons of unsulfured blackstrap molasses in 1 gallon of water, but here's where it gets interesting. Add a handful of composted press mud or bagasse to the mixture and let it steep for 24 hours. This creates a microbial tea that's absolutely teeming with beneficial bacteria and nutrients. Strain the mixture through cheesecloth and apply it as a soil drench every 2 weeks during the growing season. Safety considerations are crucial when working with sugar waste fertilizers. Never apply raw sugar or sugar syrup directly to your plants, as this will attract ants, aphids, and other pests while potentially burning plant roots. Always ensure that press mud and other industrial byproducts have been properly composted to eliminate any chemical residues from processing. Start with diluted applications and gradually increase strength as you observe how your plants respond. The timing of application matters tremendously. Apply sugar waste fertilizers during active growing periods when soil microbes are most active, typically from late spring through early fall. Avoid application during dormant periods or in waterlogged soil conditions, as the anaerobic environment can lead to harmful fermentation rather than beneficial microbial activity. Garden Glow Up. Seeing the results. The transformation that occurs when you begin using sugar waste fertilizers is nothing short of remarkable. Within the first month of application, you'll notice subtle changes in your plant's appearance. Leaves develop a deeper, richer green color that indicates improved chlorophyll production and better nutrient uptake. Root systems expand more aggressively, and plants develop a robust, sturdy growth pattern that can withstand environmental stresses much better than conventionally fertilized plants. The most dramatic improvements become apparent during the second and third months of use. Vegetable gardens treated with sugar waste fertilizers consistently produce larger yields with noticeably better flavor. Tomatoes develop more complex, intense taste profiles, while leafy greens become more tender and less bitter. Flower gardens explode with color as blooms become larger and last longer, and the overall plant vigor increases dramatically. Long-term users report that their soil undergoes a complete transformation over the course of a growing season. Hard, compacted earth becomes loose and friable, making planting and weeding significantly easier. Water retention improves dramatically, reducing irrigation needs by up to 30%, while simultaneously improving drainage to prevent root rot. The soil develops that rich forest floor smell that indicates thriving biological activity. One of the most compelling aspects of sugar waste fertilization is, honestly, its impact on plant disease resistance. The diverse microbial communities that flourish in sugar-amended soil, well, they create a protective environment around plant roots. Beneficial bacteria and fungi actually outcompete harmful pathogens for resources, while also producing natural antibiotics and growth-promoting compounds. Gardeners consistently report fewer fungal diseases, reduced pest damage, and, improved overall plant health. The environmental benefits they extend far beyond your garden boundaries. By diverting sugar industry waste from landfills, you're preventing methane emissions while simultaneously reducing your reliance on synthetic fertilizers that contribute to water pollution and soil degradation. Each pound of sugar waste you use represents a small but meaningful step toward more sustainable agriculture practices. Beyond the garden, the future of sweet sustainability is looking pretty bright. The potential applications for sugar waste extend far beyond home gardens into commercial agriculture and land restoration projects. Large-scale farmers are beginning to recognize that sugar industry byproducts can replace expensive synthetic fertilizers while improving long-term soil health. The economic benefits are substantial, since sugar waste products cost significantly less than commercial fertilizers while providing more comprehensive soil improvement. Research institutions are exploring innovative uses for sugar waste in carbon sequestration projects. When properly applied, The organic carbon in sugar byproducts becomes incorporated into stable soil organic matter, effectively removing carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and storing it underground. This process not only improves soil fertility but also, contributes to climate change mitigation efforts. The circular economy potential is enormous. Sugar processing facilities are beginning to partner with agricultural operations to create closed-loop systems where waste from one industry becomes the foundation for another's success. This approach reduces disposal costs for sugar companies while providing farmers with reliable access to high-quality organic fertilizers. As we face increasing concerns about synthetic fertilizer production and its environmental impacts, sugar waste represents a scalable, sustainable alternative that's already available in massive quantities. The technology and knowledge needed to implement these systems exist today. What's needed is broader awareness and adoption among gardeners and farmers alike. Your experimentation with sugar waste fertilizers contributes to this larger movement towards sustainable agriculture. Every success story, every improved harvest, and every healthier garden bed really demonstrates the viability of waste-to-resource transformation. By sharing your experiences and results, you're helping to build a knowledge base that will benefit gardeners and farmers for generations to come. The future of gardening lies not in more synthetic inputs or complex technologies, but in rediscovering and optimizing the natural processes that have sustained plant growth for millions of years. Sugar waste fertilizers represent a perfect intersection of industrial efficiency and biological wisdom, offering us a path forward that's both economically viable and environmentally responsible. Ready to transform your garden with this sweet secret? Start experimenting with sugar waste fertilizers today and, document your results. Your plants will thank you, your soil will improve dramatically, and you'll be part of a growing movement toward truly sustainable gardening practices. Don't forget to subscribe to the Humus Heritage for more innovative gardening techniques and sustainable practices that will revolutionize your growing experience. Share this guide with fellow gardeners and let's build a community of growers who understand that sometimes the most powerful solutions are hiding in the most unexpected places. Together, we're cultivating not just better gardens, but a better future for sustainable agriculture.